Okay, you guys, we're going to start the beef of the Jamaican beef patty. The beef that you want to use, I got this at Walmart. It was about $8-9. I guess a pound. I can't remember. Well, you see the numbers. You want to get 90%, 96% lean, 4% fat. Maybe you can get it at 90. Sometimes even do 80. Just make sure you drain that meat, okay, you guys? I'm going to hit it off with a little oil. Just a little bit. Okay. And we're going to start the meat. Some people start, I defrost it so it looks a little crazy, but it's still good. Now, we're going to start the meat now, and then I'll add my seasonings with it as well. I hate when I defrost my meat and it starts to cook it a little bit. It just irks my nerves. Okay, so while that's cooking, you guys, I'm going to add some salt. Some pepper. You can use pepper flakes if you want. If you want a little heat on it. I'm going to add a little curry. Add some ginger, because I don't have any actual raw ginger. So I'm gonna add some onion powder, you guys. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. And then we're gonna add a little bit of my browning. You want to get it a dark consistency. I could wait it till it was cooked, but you know what? It does not matter in my world. And I'm going to use a little secret that most people don't use. I'm going to use beef gelatin. You can get this stuff online by the company now. I get my, I get cocoa butter, all kinds of stuff from them. It's a health store. So we're just going to eyeball that, and it kind of just makes the meat kind of jello-y. It's basically gelatin. It's all the fat from off the beef, so it's pretty much beef from the fat family. So that's going to make it, give it that jello gluey effect. If you don't have this, you guys, don't lose your mind. You can add some flour or cornstarch. I'm just being a little fancy because I want it to taste real good. And a little bit of breadcrumb. I'm not going to use too much breadcrumb because I don't really like breadcrumbs too much. I don't want it to bread out my, I just don't want to use too much. So I'm just going to use a little bit. We're just going to continue to cook this through. I don't have any, oh yeah, one more thing, you guys. A beef bouillon, okay? Make sure you add that bouillon in there because that's what's going to give it that bold taste. We're just going to take that bouillon cube and mix it up. And I'm just going to add a little water to it. Some people do it in steps. I'm an all-in-one deal. I don't like to hold you, you know. It's going to come out the same way. So we're going to let this just cook through. I'm going to continue to stir this. And once it's about halfway done, I'll show you how it came out. Right now, let's start our vegetable seasoning to put inside of it. Okay, this is going to be my vegetable seasoning. I'm going to put in the beef patty. And this is all the things that I'm going to put in there. Some people do it different. They put the vegetable stuff in first. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to still taste this once the meat is done. I want it to be freshly tasted on my tongue. I don't know if that's a real word or a real sentence, but look. We're going to use a red bell pepper. I'm not going to go with the Ghost Bond chili and all that because like I said before, you guys, I don't like a lot of hot food. I'm going to go with some garlic, 2 cloves, a couple of cloves, as many as you want. I say about 2 because garlic can get really overwhelming. Some onions, as you guys can see. You're supposed to use green onions as well. I don't have any. Fresh sage. And 2 slices of jalapeno. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't do the Ghost Bond. I know I feel like a little sucker saying that, but I can't do it. It's just too hot. Oh yeah, you guys, they have these little cheesy food processors at Walmart for like $7 or $8. I've had this for about 4 or 5 years. It's a little raggedy, but it works. Okay, you guys, we have our meat. It's starting to get somewhere in life. It's cooking and it smells delicious, you guys. It smells delicious and it only just begun. We're gonna about cook this, I say for about 45 minutes, maybe even an hour, because I want it to be as tender and mushy as possible. I don't want it too chunky like this, but I still want a little chunk. Some people put the meat in a food processor and make it like a pasty type of thing, but I'm not gonna do that because it just gives me Jack in the Box 2 taco vibes. I don't like that. I just don't like it like that. This is the way I want. I want it still kind of chunky, but I just want to get it in small, you know. But so far, like I said, you guys, this stuff smells amazeballs. So now we're going to add our vegetable seasoning in. Oops. And this is what it consists of. This is everything that we added. We're going to pull this little baby on out. You want to chop this down as much as possible because you got so much things going on. You don't want, you just want to get this down much as possible to a salsa type of texture. So we're going to get all this in here, all this greatness. And when I say this mixture smells so good, you guys, it smells so good. I'm getting vibes like I'm at the Jamaican restaurant waiting on my plate. Sitting right there on that little leather couch with some Jamaican music playing, drinking me one of them little Jamaican soda pops. Ready to wind up. Okay, look. So we have pieces of the sage and everything in there. Don't let it, just let it go. Like Elsa, frozen. Let it go. You will not die. It's just food. Some people get so, oh, you didn't do it that way. You just look, this is the way I'm gonna do it. I don't want to follow the exact recipe. I think leaving that in there though, those stems is gonna give it that authentic taste. Okay, so we're gonna continue to cook this down, you guys, and I'm gonna continue to just basically break this meat down, okay? And then in a minute we're gonna start our patties. Patty. Okay, these are the jerk chicken wings. They've been in there for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I'm gonna flip them now, okay? I'm not gonna flip them neatly either. I'm just gonna give it a wild, freaky flip so we can get some air in these things. We don't want them smothering on top of each other because you want that light, you want like a crisp, barbecue, crunchy type of texture. So you kind of want to just throw them in there, freak it, just loosely in here. Not necessarily stacked on each other all neatly like some soldiers or something. Sometimes with cooking, you got to just be free. Don't be so uniform, you know what I mean? It's just cooking. As long as you're following the recipes and you're close to it and that meat not burnt up and it's seasoned, you will live. And you will learn. You will get it right. You will coordinate different things that matches you and your likings. Okay, so look at this, you guys. Look at this. I need to start selling plates. I swear, you guys, I think I'm going to start straight selling plates. Okay, now we're going to let that chicken go back in the oven. I'm going to do it for at least another hour, for sure. And let's check on these beef patties. When I say these things are smelling real nice, I mean the meat on this right here, this patty filling, and those wings. Oh, I'm gonna eat good today. And it's Friday too, you guys. I'm taping on a Friday, okay? Does that make sense? I don't know. So we're gonna let this, I'm gonna take a couple of these out now because I really don't want to bite into that. Now that I think about it, I ain't trying to bite into that. Not that big piece. Okay, so we're gonna let this just continue to cook down, and we're gonna start the actual dough now and flatten it out so we can fill it in with the beef filling. Okay, you guys, we're gonna start on our actual dough. Let's lift this baby up. Let's take her out. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful. We're gonna lay her down. And we are going to cut her. I was trying to find a better knife, you guys, but I couldn't. So I'm gonna do this in about 4 pieces. So if you do it with 2 cups of flour, 4 pieces, okay? 1, 2, so this will make me about 4 patties. So I'm gonna set the other ones aside, okay? And we're just gonna try to knead this a little bit. Make sure we get it mended in. Your patty does not have to be perfect. It does not. I repeat, your patty does not have to be perfect. If you want to get fancy and you have the skills, go ahead. Go ahead. You want to roll these things down. Okay? Don't do it too hard. Oh my God. No wonder I'm having a hard time. I told you I'm not a baker, but I know how to cook. Okay, my little cutting board. I got this cutting board at Walmart for about $4. I love it. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna roll this out just a little bit more, and we're gonna make our first actual patty. Sideways. I want mine kind of big. Okay, look at that, you guys. It's beautiful. You see all that fat in there? That's that fat. That is the fat. Okay, guys, I have my meat filling. It's still a little hot, but I think we will survive. We're gonna lay this down on one side, okay? I hope you guys can see this. So we're gonna lay it down on one side, so we can be able to flip it, okay? You can add as much as meat as you want, long as you're able to flip it and get it closed completely. You don't want none of the meat seeping out, because it just messes up the whole patty. It does. So I'm gonna make mine kind of meaty. And I'm gonna flip this baby over. Some people start to press right then and there with their fingers. I'm not, I have nails on, okay? So this is nail shop friendly. So I'm just gonna start closing mine now. It's not the best patty. It's my first one. Okay, yeah, I can get it pinched down a little bit. Some people trim the ends before they even make the patty, you know, once the patty's complete, so it can have I want mine to have that authentic street, that look. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want it to look too perfect. I just don't. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Perfect patty. Oops. Oh well, still cute, still beautiful. Set that down, and we're gonna make another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Alrighty. Okay, you guys, these are my patties. I just kept on going with the flow. I try to stay calm. This is my first time making this, you guys. A lot of these meals I'm gonna be doing is gonna be my first time, or close to my first time. This is literally my first time. I was real nervous, but I was able to make them happen. I made 2 big ones and 2 nice small ones. The big ones are mine. Yes, they are. Let's just get a good close-up on them. They're pretty, 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 pretty. We're gonna put this in the oven, right on top of that jerk chicken, in the same oven for about 350. You can do 400 if you want, but I don't wanna, yeah, I guess I'll crank it up to 400 because I wanna get the wings done anyways. You guys can do an egg wash when you mix some water and 1 egg together with a little water, and you know, stir it up, and brush it down with an egg wash. I don't like that. I don't like that shiny look. It's just my preference. I like that authentic rustic look. You know, I want to taste, I just don't like the egg wash. But you guys can do that if you want. Pop these babies in for 20 minutes, 400 degrees, okay? You see that? It's beautiful. The meat's nice and tender, juicy. The crust is nice and cooked all the way through and flaky. Look at that, you guys. And I have that with my rice and my chicken.